guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, what's up? My name is Caitlin, and today we are doing my 2021 favorites. First of all, it's been a minute. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm back and it's the end of the year. But anyway, so today we're doing my 2021 favorites. It's insane that we're here already. Like, I feel like this year has just flown by. Honestly, this year has been probably one of the hardest years of my life, but also the best years of my life. Like, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. It's been a very hard year for a lot of people, and we won't go into that, but it's also been the best year of my life because it gave me my son. So it's crazy to think in just a few months I'm gonna have a 1-year-old, and I don't even want to think about that. But yeah, let's stop rambling and go ahead and get into this. I honestly don't have a super lot. Like, I definitely have a lot, but not near as much as I had like the last couple of years. I feel like I haven't tested a ton of makeup this year. Like, it's been, again, a very rough year, and I've been very sporadic on my posts, so I'm sorry. It's one of my New Year's resolutions, and believe me, I have many, but one of my New Year's resolutions is to post more, and I feel like I said the same thing last year, so if I did, I'm sorry. But I'm done rambling now, for real. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna start with lips just because they're right here. I'm actually wearing a combination of a lot of these products today, but first thing is a lip, what would you call this, lip butter? Yeah, it's the CBD Glossy Lip Butter in Pineapple Haze from Lunar Beauty. This has actually inspired me to want to try a lot more of stuff from them. It smells so good. The packaging is gorgeous. Like, it was all cute and swirled. The top looked like that at first, but I've used this quite a few times. This stuff feels amazing. It's called a lip butter. It really feels like a lip oil, like in a cream form. Like, it's creamy and it just kind of melts immediately into your lips. It feels so good. My lips and my skin get so dehydrated, and this stuff like saves my lips. I don't love that it's in this kind of container because I don't really like to put my finger in my lip products, but I'm willing to look past that because this stuff's amazing. And I do really want to try out more from this brand. I'm going to be touching my hair this entire time because it's still wet. I apologize in advance. If you've seen any of my videos, though, you already know I do that. Moving on to this. This is a lip liner from Jaclyn Cosmetics. What is the shade name? Crush? Crush. Love this. If you've seen any of my videos recently, then you know I love this. It's so good. It is my favorite eyeliner formula ever. Ignore that I got attacked by a spider, so I kind of tried to cover it up with concealer, but you can definitely still see them, so I'm sorry. But this is my favorite lip liner of all time. The shape is gorgeous. It's a triangular shape, so it's perfect for like this and filling in if you want to, which a lot of times I do. I just fill in my entire lips with this. I am wearing this just on the line of my lips today, but seriously love this. They're like 18 bucks, I think, which is not cheap, but not like stupid expensive either. So love these. So good. I do want to get other colors in these. I don't usually wear lip liner like super often, but I do with that. Okay, next is also what I'm wearing. It's a mixture of 2 liquid lips. The first one is this. This is Halsey's brand called About Face. Again, I want to try more things from this brand. This is the only thing I've tried from them. Packaging, super cute, love it. It's just minimalistic and very pretty. There is the color there. I put this one on first because I wanted to wear this one. It smells so minty. It's like herbally minty, so good. But it just kind of felt a little bit too warm for my eye look, so I mixed it with another one. But seriously, this stuff is so good. It feels nice on the lips. It doesn't like do that gross flaky thing, and it doesn't like leave the weird ring around your lips. My god, I can't talk today, and I'm only on video 1 of like 6 I have to film, so fun. But it's so good. It's super hydrating for a liquid lip. It does not transfer. It's not like 100% transfer proof. Sometimes these do, like if you're drinking out of a straw or something, you're probably gonna have some liquid lip on there, but it's so good. So good. Love these. Again, I think those are like 18 bucks. I could be very wrong on that. And then the other one I have on is this. This is by Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's in the shade Empowered. This I adore, but it's not something I can wear on its own because it is very light, and that's coming from me. But it's super pretty. It's right there. I love it. I put this on the center of my lips pretty much every day. Or for something like this where it was too warm toned and I need to make it more cool or lighten it up or anything like that. This is my go-to for that. I love this. The formula is great. Again, doesn't transfer, doesn't dry my lips out, no flakiness, no weird ring. Love it. A lot of times I just wear these together too. The Crush and this. So, love those. But also makes a beautiful combination for those two. So, love it. But anyway, last two lip products I have are actually glosses. These are from the Lauralee Los Angeles Candy Skies collection. Sneak peek of what I'm about to show you next. But yes, so these are from the Candy Skies collection. It was her collab with Erin, her niece. Super cute. Love the packaging. I love the collection. I love these glosses. I love these glosses because they don't feel like a gloss. They feel like a lip oil. They're really minimalistic, really pretty, super easy to use. Like there's this one there. And they smell so good. They smell like buttercream cupcakes kind of situation. Just good. They smell good. Oh, it smells so good. And there's the other one. So they're very similar in tone. You don't necessarily need both of them, but like they're in a bundle, so why not? I love these. They're really good. They're not sticky. They don't gloop, which I hate. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, then you should, because I just did a video on like my favorite lip glosses and these were in there. So yeah, go follow me on TikTok. But it's just, I think it's Caitlin.Schmidt. It's linked down below. Go follow me. But yeah, that's all my lip products already. So let's move on. I have one complexion product, so let's just get that out of the way. I have this concealer. It's by NYX Cosmetics. It is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. I love this. I thought I was buying the like super hyped up one when I got this. I don't even remember the name of that one now, but it was not what I was intending to buy, but I love this nonetheless. It just looks super nice. I'm wearing it today. I feel like it doesn't crease under my under eyes. It doesn't like make them too obnoxiously bright, but it also doesn't make them look dull. And I just feel like it highlights nice, it covers nice, it doesn't leave any lines showing. It's great stuff. Like this is a drugstore concealer. I have the shade Alabaster, by the way. And it is my go-to concealer, so that's awesome. Okay, next I have one primer. That is this one. I actually just recently tried this, which is crazy because this is a cult favorite for everybody, but this is the Too Faced Hangover RX Hydrating Concealer. Nope. Hydrating Primer. It's amazing. I'm sure you've heard about this 100,000 times, but it's super hydrating, smells like coconuts. Amazing. Again, super hydrating. If you have dry skin, check this out. If you have oily skin, you're probably not going to like some of my recommendations. I'm sorry. There's definitely some that I'm sure you would like, but you know, maybe not the hydrating concealer. Or why do I keep saying concealer? The hydrating primer. Let's go with setting powders. I think I have the most setting powders to talk about aside from eyeshadow palettes, because this wouldn't be my video if I didn't have 110 eyeshadow palettes to talk about. But I have 3 powders. Now that I've been holding this one, we'll just talk about it first. This is the Tarte Shape Tape setting powder. I have the shade Translucent. First of all, this packaging is adorable. I love powders. This is my favorite favorite packaging for powders, is when it has this net in here that I can like push down with my brush and pick up the product. Favorite, because I don't have to dump it in the lid and get powder everywhere. It's just right there. The net stops it. Looks good, and as I blinded you with, it does have a mirror in there, which is amazing. So love that for this, or love this for that. But I also think it's just an amazing powder too. Like it looks really nice on the skin. It doesn't dry me out or like clean in my dry patches, anything like that. Just super, super good. The only one that I've liked more than it so far is this one, which is by Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Butter, and it's the Pro Filter. This does not have the netting, so I do like the packaging on the Tarte one a lot better because of that netting, and because I feel like this is just kind of clunky, and honestly the lid sometimes doesn't go on the best. But yeah, it's just like a lot bigger. But other than that, like packaging aside, which the packaging looks beautiful, it's just not the most practical. But aside from that, again, just stunning. It smooths, this is what I'm wearing today. It smooths out my skin very nicely. It doesn't leave any weird patches, no dryness, no anything like that. Very Very similar effects, these two, but I feel like this one's just more fine and better color for me than this one is, but very close, very close. I love both of these. The other powder I have is not necessarily a setting powder, but I am also wearing it today. It's by Laura Mercier, and it is the shade Highlight 01. It's the Matte Radiance Baked Powder. It's gorgeous. I love this stuff. It's very similar to the Jaclyn Hill ones, but it's just like a glowy powder. Like, it just leaves a slight glow. You definitely blend this out. But it glows and leaves a subtle sheen. Say that 12 times fast. A subtle sheen on the skin. It just looks really nice and makes you look alive and glowy and healthy and like you drank water when you didn't drink water. But I adore this. It's really good. It's probably my favorite Laura Mercier product. Okay, next. Brows. I have one product, so let's do that. I have this. This is by Huda Beauty again. This is the Brow MVP. I'm choking on setting powder that's in the air from me talking about setting powder for so long. But this is the Brow MVP by Fenty Beauty. What shade do I have? Hello? Dark brown. I have the shade dark brown. This is my third all-time favorite brow product. I did lose the lid for this part, which is annoying, but the brush on here is cool. Like, it's not like a spoolie, it's like an actual brush, and I do really like it. I'm wearing it today. My all-time favorite brow product is Colourpop Brow Boss. Second place is Hourglass Brow Arch or Arch Brow, something like that, but this is third place. Favorite of the year, because I ran out of my Hourglass one and I've been using this most of the year, but I love this stuff. It looks nice. It's very easy to use. I think it looks good in my brows and I like it. I get quite a few compliments when I wear this, actually, so that's great. That sounded so sarcastic, but it wasn't meant to be. I am a very big proponent and bad habit person of doing Sharpie brows, but you know, that's kind of what I like, I'll be honest. So when I do this, it looks a little bit more natural with this, so that's good. Okay, bronzers. I have two. Let's talk about them. So the first one is by Ciate London. It is the Bamboo Bronzer in the shade Palm Island. I love this thing. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it when I first saw it, just because it looked very dark in the pan. And it looks very orangey when I swatch it. But when you blend this out, it just looks so nice and natural on the skin, and it just really looks like a natural bronzer. Like, I'm not wearing bronzer, but I actually got some sun, is what this looks like when I wear it, and I love it. It's super easy to blend, super nice, super long lasting. Just an all-around great bronzer. The other one that I am wearing today took me by surprise. This is by Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's in the shade Toasty. It's the cream bronzer. Not gonna lie, this is probably not my best shade match. Still choking over here. But this stuff is great. This is what it looks like. It is a cream bronzer, which is something I had never used before until I tried this. And I honestly wasn't sure I was going to love it because, again, I never tried it before. But this is the easiest bronzer to use in my life. Like, it looks super good, I think. Like, I really like the way it turned out. It looks natural, again, but not like, it doesn't look like makeup. Like, it just looks like my skin is bronzed, and I love it. Like, it's right here, which you can see. I do have contour as well underneath, but you can see the bronzer too. I do definitely want to pick up the lighter shade of this. I don't remember what it's called. This is like the second or third shade in the collection. There it is. I do want to get the lightest shade. I kind of want to get the second shade too. I didn't want all of them, let's be realistic, but I really like this stuff. It makes me want to try cream blush as well. I'm just not a cream person, which I should realistically be because, again, dry skin, hello. But this was really good. Like, really good. If you're gonna get anything that I talk about today, I think you should get this. Like, I love that stuff. Okay, highlighters. I have sort of two. When I say sort of, I mean because this is not technically a highlight. This is by Medusa's Makeup. This is a baked eyeshadow in the shade Just a Girl. I wear this as a highlighter. Super blinding, super pretty. It's right there. look at that and tell me it's not the most gorgeous highlight ever. It's so pretty. Like, this marketed as an eyeshadow is just a mistake on their part, because as an eyeshadow, I was just kind of like, eh. Like, I mean, it's pretty as an eyeshadow, don't get me wrong. Like, let's see here. Let's grab this. Like, put in the inner corner. Like, that's pretty. It is. And it's actually kind of gorgeous, but I have other eyeshadows that do this and that I'm happier with and that they're in a palette kind of thing. But when I put this on my face, I was like, okay, I need 12 of these. These come in so many different shades too, because they're eyeshadows. So if you want like a funky highlight, or if you have a deeper skin tone, then they have options, which is awesome. So I highly recommend this too. Again, this is the shade Just a Girl. I think this is honestly probably the only one for my skin tone in particular that I'd be down for. Maybe like a blue one or something fun, but I think all the other ones would probably be too dark for me, but seriously, so good. The highlight that I'm wearing today is this. This is by Complex Culture. It is a highlight duo in the shade Lucid and Afterglow. I do not know which is which, so don't come for me, but I use the lighter one here. They're so, so pretty. Like, I love these to death here. Oh my gosh. They're so buttery, so smooth, easy to blend. Looks so nice on the skin. Again, that's what I'm wearing today. Like, it looks wet. My skin just looks like I've been running a mile. Like, it's just glistening and pretty, and I love this highlighter so much. Pretty sure it's kind of pricey though. Not gonna lie. Okay, we're getting close to the end here, guys. I have a few blushes to talk about. I'm gonna move all of my other stuff that we've already talked about out of the way. So the first one I have is by Patrick Ta, this guy here. Everybody raves about these for good reason, because they are super, super good. This is the shade, what are you? She's Passionate. This is a very intense shade, not gonna lie. Like, it's bright. You can see it right there. I barely touched it, and yeah, it's intense. You do need to use very little of this. A little goes a long way, but it just blends so nicely. It looks so smooth on the skin. It's just gorgeous. One of the best blush formulas I've ever tried. I do love this. The blush that I'm wearing today is by Jaclyn Cosmetics. I clearly have a Jaclyn Cosmetics obsession, because yeah, I've talked about so many products today, but I'm actually wearing both of these today because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to talk about. This is Rouge Romance. This is Rouge Affair. From the Rouge Romance, I am wearing Pretty Posh here in the middle. And from Rouge Affair, I am wearing French Kiss here. So I'm just wearing a combination of those two because I'm obsessive and couldn't decide which one to talk about. So these are really nice. They're all matte. They're super easy to blend again, super pigmented. They're not as pigmented as the Patrick Ta ones, which I kind of honestly prefer, because if you're a beginner, then you can build them up. Like, they get super pigmented. After like your second, maybe third dip on the lighter shades, there's pigment. So be careful. But they're definitely more buildable than the Patrick Ta. Super, super stunning though. Like, I just really like this. Like, again, it just looks natural. Like, it looks really pretty. And I love these so much. I'm very happy about these. These I got on Morphe's Black Friday sale. They were like super cheap. They're like 18 bucks each. And I'm super happy with my purchase. So, love those. Okay. Oh, mascara. I have one mascara. Again, if you've been following me on TikTok, then you already know my love for this. I think I've talked about it in a few YouTube videos too, but I'm wearing it today. This is my favorite mascara of all time, you guys. It's by Hard Candy. It's the Marilyn Monroe. That's all it's called. It's the Marilyn Monroe one. It's that white with a pink flower. I literally already have a backup, and I might need to purchase a backup for my backup because this stuff is great. And I feel like it's kind of hard to find though, not gonna lie. You can get it on Walmart.com, but it's usually like a couple bucks more if you do it that way, which still, that makes it like $7 something. It's normally like $5.94, $5.98, somewhere around there, at least in Iowa, where I live. But online it's usually like $7 if you get it that way. But it's so good. It's a total dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Like, 100% it's a dupe. Like, my lashes look exactly the same as they do when I wear the Too Faced one, which that one was my favorite until I found this. But, and the packaging is so much cuter. Like, I love this flower here. The top is a flower. It's so cute. You need this. I changed my mind. If you're gonna buy anything that I talk about in this video, it needs to be this because it's so good. And nobody talks about this, you guys. Like, seriously, I've never heard another person on YouTube talk about this mascara. The only reason I tried this is because I did a video testing the Marilyn Monroe collection, and because I was like, oh, I haven't seen anybody do this on YouTube, let me do it. And so I did, and I fell in love with this. So definitely, for real, check that out. Okay, now we are done with everything except eyeshadow palettes, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to talk about. I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to grab what's in front of me here. And the first one is this. This is the Eternal Eclipse by Lunar Beauty. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I've got a few Lunar Beauties to talk about, so we'll just do those first. But this one's Eternal Eclipse. Super pretty. It's very cool toned, and blues and golds and silvers and moons and gorgeousness. Lunar Beauty is my favorite makeup brand. If you guys didn't know this, spoilers, but they're my favorite makeup brand of all time. I love their eyeshadows. I love everything they do. Their lip gloss is my favorite lip gloss formula. Their blushes are amazing. Their highlight is my favorite highlight, specifically the Greek Goddess one that's discontinued and I'm still salty about, but they're my favorite brand. All the palettes I talk about, well, not all of them, but 2 of the palettes I talk about did already also come out with lip glosses and liquid lips. I didn't include those because I've already talked about their liquid lips and their lip glosses so many times on my channel. Just know they're definitely yearly favorites too, but they're not new, they're just different colors, so I didn't want to like bore you guys, but just know they should be in here. But here it is. The Lunar Beauty formula is amazing. It just blends so easily. It lasts all day. It is just so good. They're great for beginners. They're great for makeup artists. I love them. Also, follow me on TikTok because I did a video on ranking all of the Lunar Beauty palettes. Next Lunar Beauty palette is this one. This is Facelift. Life's a Drag Facelift. So his first ever palette, if you don't know who he that I keep referring to is, Manny MUA on YouTube owns Lunar Beauty. He's the CEO. I think the CEO and the COO, if I'm correct, but I don't know. But his very first palette ever was Life's a Drag. It was fewer pans than this and larger pans. So it's fewer colors, but bigger eyeshadows. And this year, this is his most recent palette, I think. No, it's not. But this one, what am I even saying? I just lost all train of thought. This one he came out with this year, and he did a remake of his very original palette and added more shades, reformulated them to be better, and made the pans smaller, but so pretty. This palette, I feel like if you're the kind of person that's like, I want one eyeshadow palette, I don't want to fuss, I just want one. So this one would probably be my recommendation to you, because you've got these 3 glittery metallics, that's what I want to say, metallics here in the middle, and then you have every neutral you can need and like every pop of color. So yeah, I think if you were like, what's the one eyeshadow palette I should buy, I'd probably say this one. Oh yeah. This is his most recent palette. This is the Moonspell Volume 2. I love this palette. First of all, the packaging is gorgeous. I love all things Halloween and witchy and spooky, and I still have my witch boots up there from Halloween and my skull right there. I never decorated for Christmas. Yeah. But right here. Love this, love this, love this. The colors in here are gorgeous. It's a very purpley red toned palette. Beautiful. Love this. Go buy it. Okay. Moving on. This is probably the most affordable eyeshadow palette that I'm going to talk about today. Definitely the most affordable eyeshadow palette I'm going to talk about today. But this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette. I do not care for Morphe eyeshadow palettes most of the time. The only ones I like are the Jaclyn Hill ones. I liked the Jeffree Star one a lot, and then the Manny MUA one was okay. There's never been another Morphe palette that I've tried that I've liked. Sorry. but I feel like they really up their game when it comes to collabs. The Jaclyn Hill one's even more so, to like a next level, and this is no exception. Like, it's a great palette. First of all, this is $18. You get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 shades. 12 shades for $18 and a mirror. That's a great deal, you guys. Like, it really is. They're high-end quality at like drugstore cost. Super pretty, very amazing neutral palette. It's just a really good palette, like especially for the price. I just said especially instead of especially, which is annoying, and I'm sorry that you had to hear that. But yeah, great palette. Check it out. Okay, this is a surprise, you guys. So when I first tried this, I was kind of like, meh, it's not my favorite. I like it, but it's not my favorite. But it grew on me for like spring this year, and I really like it now. This is the Candy Skies by Laura Lee, Los Angeles. It's an all pastel palette, which I love pastel colors. They're some of my favorites. This shade right here, well, specifically this shade called Pistachio, is my favorite color. Like, it just is my favorite color in an eyeshadow. It's so pretty. And at first I was like, it's not super pigmented, it's not super amazing, it's like okay. But the more I used it, the more I was like, you know, these blend really well, these last really well, these are really nice. Like, no, they're not the most pigmented thing in the world, they just aren't. But they build up really nicely, they last all day, they blend really well, they just look nice. This shade, so pretty. What are you called? Blue Raspberry. See, like, again, like, they're not the most pigmented, but they're gorgeous, and I really like it. And this, again, would be like a really great palette for a beginner because they're not super pigmented and they're easy to blend and easy to build up. And I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's true, and I like it. And the packaging is super cute. This was limited edition though, so I think it's still available, but probably not for much longer. So if you're curious about that, you might want to check it out. Okay, I'm gonna go through this one quickly because a lot of people get mad at me when I talk about it. But this is Jeffree Cosmetics. It's the Blood Money palette. I love this palette. Like, Jeffree Cosmetics makes bomb palettes, and why won't mine open? Interesting. I think my palette broke. But again, like I was just talking about, mint is my favorite color. So this is a whole green palette, and it's gorgeous. And I know I said Lunar Beauty is my favorite brand, and they are, but Jeffree Cosmetics is up there. I know people get mad at me, so I'm gonna move on, but love this so much. Don't fall, please. Please don't fall. Okay. All right, the one I'm wearing today is this. This is by Huda Beauty. This is the Rose Gold Palette Remastered. This was also a surprise to me because I've tried, what are they called? The little 9-pan palettes. They're like little square, they're like gemstone ones. I don't remember, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I've tried like 3 of those and I didn't like any of them. Like, I tried the Obsession palettes. I tried the Amethyst Obsessions. I tried the Rose Gold one, I think is what it's called. No, Mauve Obsessions. I tried Mauve Obsession, Amethyst Obsession, and the green one. I think it might have been Emerald Obsessions. And I didn't like any of them. Like, I didn't like the formula. I thought they were really patchy. I just didn't like them. And I was like, okay, I just don't like Huda Beauty shadows. That's fine. But then I tried this, and it's a completely different story. Like, this is so good. These metallics are just effortless. Like, they blend really well. They last all day. I'm saying the same thing about all of these palettes, but they all do that, and that's why I love them all. But like, this is so pretty. It's so easy to use. It's like really nice neutrals with like some pops of color, but these metallics are like next world. Like, they're so good. I love this palette. I do want to try more of her larger palettes because I like this one so much. I'm thinking about it. Like, I got this in a BoxyCharm. This isn't something I would have purchased on my own because I had such a bad experience with the Mini Obsessions ones. That just goes to show, like, you gotta give second chances with brands because sometimes it's like bomb stuff. Okay, last thing to talk about in this video, you guys, is this. Upside down. This is the ABH Norvina Volume 3 palette. Super cute. It's got butterflies all over it. This is so good, you guys. Again, not something I would have ever bought myself because it was stupid expensive. They're like 60 bucks, which is a lot. But I got it in a BoxyCharm and I was like, yeah, okay. But super good. First of all, biggest mirror of all time. second of all, look at these colors and tell me they're not stunning. Seriously, these blend so well. These are some of my favorite shadows of all time. This shade called B2. I love E1, C5. I'm just watching all the greens. Let's watch this one. I love this one too. This is D4. Oh, so good. Yeah, these are just gorgeous. Again, super blendable, super easy to use, super pretty, super pigmented right there. I love this. This is probably, ooh, this is a bold statement, but this is probably my favorite palette of the year. I don't know that this came out this year. I don't know if it did or not, but it came to me this year. So I think this is my favorite 2021 palette. Like, I use this a lot. It's really pretty. I do so many different looks with this. Like, I've done a really pretty all green eye. I've done a pop of yellow in the inner corner. I've done a purple look. I've done this hot pink in the crease. I did a little light blue pastel moment. I did a neutral look. I've done so many different looks with this palette. Like, insane amount of looks with this palette. And I could do so many more probably. But yeah, I love that palette. Okay. Are we done? Is that it? Not missing anything? No, that's it. Okay. It went a lot quicker than it normally does, so that might be a good thing. But yeah, that's it. I hope 2022 is amazing for all of you, and I wish you the best all year. And I hope 2021 goes out amazingly too, like finish out the year strong. But yeah, and I hope you guys stick around to hang out with me in 2022. But that's everything for today. So don't forget to like this video before you go, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of my future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.